Hey everyone, today is March 18, 2025. I wanted to give you guys the initial setup for the $1 million portfolio. As a recap, the Dow is down 260 points or 0.6%. Gold is over 3,000 at $3,028, and Bitcoin right now is trading at about $82,700. If you have been paying attention to the markets over the last couple of weeks, you probably noticed that things are getting a little choppy in the markets. We are seeing 300 plus point moves daily on the Dow, and sometimes we're looking at even 1,000 point swings intraday. So things are definitely getting a little volatile. Tariffs and recession risk is definitely on top of mind for a lot of people right now. So since government policies is extremely uncertain, I expect the markets to remain volatile for at least the foreseeable future, at least until we have more clarity around the tariff policies. And while the market could stay choppy, I would say this could be an excellent opportunity for us to start putting some money to work. So with that, let's take a look at today's opening moves of the portfolio. I picked up some Novo Nordisk, ticker NVO, and Barrick Gold, ticker GOLD, using the majority of my initial investment balance. Both of these stocks have dividend yields of about 2%. So while it is not as high as I would like it, I do think both companies offer an interesting opportunity, but for very different reasons that I will be getting into. With Novo Nordisk, this is going to be one of those great examples of the kind of company that I'm looking for the building block of my entire investment portfolio. So let's break it down a little bit to give you guys an idea as to how I'm going to pick the companies that I will be investing in. So let's take a look at Novo Nordisk, the pharma giant behind the blockbuster weight loss drug Ozempic. The stock has taken an absolute beating, plunging over 45% from its July 24 peak of $148 down to about $80 today. So what's going on? There are concerns that one of the weight loss drugs in its pipeline may not meet Wall Street's expectations. But does that really justify such a steep decline, or could this potentially be an overreaction, potentially giving us a buying opportunity? When we look at the fundamentals, Novo is still a steady grower. Their revenue has been accelerating over the last 4 years, largely thanks to the massive success of Ozempic. The company posted a 34% revenue growth in 2023, and then another 25% just last year. All of this driven by their weight loss drugs skyrocketing demand. I personally think weight loss drugs is going to be an interesting space with plenty of growth potential, especially here in the US as well as abroad. And better yet still is their profitability. Their net income is rising at a similar pace, meaning they're not just boosting sales and R&D expenditures, they are also scaling their profitability alongside their revenues. In terms of dividends, Novo has a consistent pattern of paying about a third of their earnings to its investors. It has been a steady and reliable approach over the last decade, and that dividend has also been steadily increasing year over year, matching their growth in their profit numbers. So if you were to take a look at their historical dividend yields, this company historically pays out about a 1 to 1.5% yield annually. So for us to be able to purchase this company at about a 2% yield, it makes me feel pretty comfortable that with this entry point, even though that there are risks to the growth that it may slow down if their pipeline drugs fail to impress, I do believe I'm buying a quality company with quality management at a reasonable price. So if you were to zoom out over the last decade, I do believe this company has been a fairly stable grower all around. And could the stock drop even further? Absolutely. Why wouldn't it? Pharmas and biotech stocks are volatile sectors. However, I'm confident that if I can accumulate shares at a relatively attractive price, it is a solid long-term play. This stock may continue to dip, And under those circumstances, it would be even better. It would just be a better opportunity for me to add more shares at an even lower price. And to quote Warren Buffett, it is absolutely critical for us to be greedy when others are fearful, and I am feeling quite greedy with the prospects of Novo at this point. Circling back to the other company, in the case of Barrick Gold, the investment case for me is actually quite a bit different than that of Novo Nordisk, and I'll be outlining my case for Barrick as well as my sentiments around the precious metals space as a whole in a separate video. As a preview, I do think Barrick is a riskier investment than Novo, and while I'm investing in the company, I am doing so with the idea that brighter days are ahead for Barrick, but it just isn't quite there yet. So for me, I'll be having Barrick at a smaller allocation in my portfolio as a part of my risk management. And you really can't make money in the market without taking some risks. So we'll just have to size it right to manage those risks appropriately. So to let you guys know what to expect, I'll be looking to put aside all available cash that I have from my regular paycheck to this portfolio on a regular basis. So the amount of investable cash should be increasing quite regularly and steadily. And since compounding is going to be the most effective aspect of my strategy, I am probably going to be looking to invest aggressively with any available cash that I have each week. Given current market conditions, it might not be the case where I would immediately put the cash to work as I make the deposits. But once there are some attractive entry points and I layer into my positions, I will probably make some short form videos just so that whenever I adjust the portfolio that I can keep you guys in the loop. And I'll also post the log of my transactions into my tracker, and you can find that link below in the description box. I'll be picking out more companies to invest in over the coming weeks, and I might look into doing deeper dives into each company in future videos. In the short term, I'm going to find ways to increase my contribution to the portfolio and probably layer additional position into these two companies right now. So if you are curious about investing or interested in my journey to building my $1 million portfolio, click that subscribe button below and stay in touch just to see how my portfolio is going to evolve over time. I would love to hear from you guys. If you have any stocks that you're interested about, leave those tickers below in the comment section, and who knows, maybe you might be able to help me find those hidden gems in areas that I'm not paying attention to right now. So hopefully you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you guys on the next update. See you guys soon.